Whitfield versus Gricjus. Making his way to the red corner will be the Latvian Viktor Gricjus, known as a tough customer, very strong and durable. And this will be 5 2-minute rounds of full contact action here for return of the champions. And listen to the atmosphere. I know prior to this bout, Lee Whitfield was not underestimating his opponent. He said, I know he's tough, I know he's durable. And he'll be soaking up the atmosphere here as he makes his way into the ring over the top rope. And you can hear the response there for the wizard, Lee Whitfield. This really takes me back. Had some wonderful times with Lee and his dad, and their shows in Telford, always so well looked after. Dad would be promoting, Lee would be fighting, and he was a really silky smooth kickboxer, but he carried power as well. And as I said, some very good memories back in the day when Bailing were putting on the big shows in Telford, and this man was a real performer. And as you can hear today, he still brings a crowd, the wizard, and got back down to an incredible fighting weight, 83k since the beginning of the year. Neil Kelly in his corner.
His opponent fights down the blue corner from Maylang and USDA Gym and with a record of 12 wins, 3 losses. The pro kickboxing Muay Thai champion, ladies and gentlemen, give it up for the wizard.
Listen to that response. And as you can see, Lee, the taller of the two men, looking lean once more. Great atmosphere here for Gavin Burrows, return of the champions. Such a great idea, and it's not just about the nostalgia, real fighting talent. So here we are, Fight Night Live TV, round 1. Immediately you can see the southpaw stance for the wizard. Just probing with the jab, right hand coming across from Gricjus. Then the left round kick of that southpaw stance, the left leg. And brings it in again. Gricjus cautious, but steps in to throw that right hand. But Lee, light on his feet, always was. And I said, a very good mover, slick kickboxing combinations. But the whole point of this show is, are they still able to do that coming out of retirement, back to their glory days? Have they still got it, what it takes? Well, so far, Lee getting that round kick right to the midsection, underneath the elbow. And you heard Neil Kelly there, jab into the hook. That's a man to have in your corner at any time, let alone when you're making a comeback. Building up a huge reputation as a coach after his reputation as a fighter. And Lee playing it sensible here, no heroics. Nice bread and butter jab, left round kick, little sweep there. And it's subtle control by Lee here. He's taken that centre ring. He's not taking any punishment. He's kept popping out the jab and the round kick. Now, Gricjus comes in that straight line, looks for the left of the body. Lee deals with it, throws the left roundhouse back. And again, the jab's nice and accurate. And when Gricjus comes in, Whitfield turns sweetly and the crowd respond as he puts together his first combination. And then the lead leg side kick right on the bell. Well, it was a good opening round for Lee. And I think he controlled it. He bossed centre ring. And just worked sensibly behind the jab and then the rear leg round kick. And when Gricjus did come in, he moved off that centre line and didn't risk being caught in a brawl. Good opening round for the Wizard. John Blackledge, our referee there. Big round kick off that rear leg once more for the Wizard. And again, as you see, as Gricjus came in, he turned that to a hook over the top. He's keeping Gricjus at his range. He's heard he's dangerous, he's heard he's powerful, and now he comes in with the left hand of his own. Nice work this. Here's the combinations we're used to from Whitfield. Steps away from the response. Little sweep, and again, I love the sweep when it's a setup, not just to take your man down. And again, just out of range of the left jab reply. So his timing's still there. That shows me he's had good sparring prior to this bout. Oh, nice little right to the body though from Gricjus coming in. Left round kick from Whitfield, and Gricjus needs to kick more here. Relying on his boxing to get in close. Lee regularly losing that left round kick as he does there. Then the front push kick off that lead leg. Oh, combinations beginning to flow here in the second. Again, that little inside sweep. Short uppercut from Gricjus, still dangerous. That round kick again, but Gricjus replying with the right to the body, looking to close the gap and work on the inside of Whitfield. And it's a good tactic, seeing what's still in the tank for a retired champion coming back for the law of this show. See if he's still willing to dig in the trenches. That's what Gricjus is doing now. Well, although it was a good, strong finish to the second round for Gricjus, I still had Whitfield in control over the full duration of the round. But Gricjus is just beginning to ask questions on the inside. He's not kicking enough. He's boxing virtually solely, which will lose him points anyway. This is full contact kickboxing, above the waist kickboxing. Not seen much of that from Gricjus, but what I did see at the end of round two says that it can be dangerous on the inside. And he wanted to see if Lee had the guts for a scrap, the heart for a scrap as well as a bout. And again, Lee working nicely behind that jab. Puts the front kick in, then the axe. And again, the axe just to keep the range nicely so we can get that round kick off. Not every technique is thrown to either land or hurt. They're setups, they're feints. And you saw it there with the axe, beautifully set up the round kick. He's fighting clever here tonight, the Wizard. Little left from Gricjus and looking to respond when Lee comes in close. And this is where he's best, Gricjus. Not troubled Whitfield so far. And Lee, that left hand response, the stronger hand, the southpaw left. Focused, constantly maintaining that pressure. It's subtle from Whitfield, but he's keeping the pressure up on Gricjus. Now Gricjus, you can see they're good body shots, looking to see if Whitfield has done his conditioning during this camp. Fake to the side kick, Whitfield, went for the jab cross, a little short right to the body. Good work from Gricjus on the inside. I can see him in a straight boxing bout and doing very well. But as it is, the centre of the ring is controlled by Whitfield. 2 rounds up and he's winning the third as well. Tucks up tight as Gricjus throws those shots. And both men standing and trading. Steps back from Gricjus, Whitfield throws the round kick. Gricjus looking to stay in the trenches with him here in round 3. It's a good tactic, but but still not enough on my unofficial scorecard. Judges at score at ringside will score it themselves. Big smile there from Lee with Neil Kelly. Neil will be pleased with what's going on so far. Operating well within his comfort zone, Lee Whitfield. Looking sharp, looking composed. And here we go with 4 or 5. They touch gloves. And again, you can see Gricjus wanting to stand on the inside there and trade with Lee. Feels that's where his best opportunities are. And there's the round kick from Lee that comes in, steps back from the little sweep from Gricjus. Nearest he's come to a kick, really. And Lee doubles up the jab. Looks for the axe, drops it this time. Gricjus slowed by that. If it doesn't land on the head, it lands on the collarbone. Stops the jab coming through, slows him up, and it did that with Gricjus. And if anything, he's looking the more tired of the two because of this constant pressure from Whitfield. Whitfield, bit of showboating now, you can give him that. It's called Return of the Champions, isn't it? And that's what you want to see from a champion. Bit of class, bit of showboating. Not too much. And then back to business behind that side kick. Oh, the front kick from Gricjus, and it was slow. I think the pace is telling on him now. Looks to catch the leg, lets it drop when he realises. There's the left and right as he comes forward. Whitfield aware of it though. And I said the body shots are coming well from Gricjus. It just hasn't been enough of the variety or the work for me on my unofficial scorecard to give him a round. This is the best he's done in the bout so far though, and again Whitfield rolling, throws the right hand, roll and throw, or just roll. And again just pouring with that jab, looking to keep Gricjus at range. Gricjus brings in that little uppercut. As I said, 4th has been the best for Gricjus, been impressed with his boxing. Tucked up though Whitfield, then turns right on the bell. Big finish to the round from Gricjus, just hinting that maybe pace telling on Whitfield. He has set the pace, he's been the aggressor, he's been the man coming forward, and just signs that Lee's feeling that now. But he has to be stopped to lose. He's got the points in the bag from those early rounds, especially rounds 1 to 3. Very clear cut. And here we go, 5th and final. They smile. Round kick again from Whitfield. Manoeuvring Gricjus into the corner. He's controlled the pace and the timing and the distancing of this bout, Whitfield. And doing so again here in the 5th after a good end to the 4th from Gricjus. But now the left hand comes into play for Whitfield as well. And the nose bleeding from Gricjus from the accuracy. And I imagine the power when he throws the left. That's the hand with the dig for the southpaw. Lee's used it conservatively, fought the right fight tactically. Now as he brings it in again, here in the 5th, the nose bleeding freely of Gricjus. Little front push kick as well, as Gricjus looks to close the gap. Gricjus has not been able in the 5th to come in and work the body until now. And that's a large portion of this final round. And Whitfield steps in and they hold for the first time. Been an easy bout for John Blackledge. And he spins for the first time, the Wizard. And Gricjus says, look, not only can I kick, I haven't shown it, but I can spin kick as well. But he's relied on the boxing. And I think that was his 2nd kick of the bout. Looks to pile the pressure on again, but it's late in the round now. Again, Whitfield's done enough in the early part of this round, whatever Gricjus does now, except stop him, of course. And they mix up the body work. And Gricjus looking to pour it on at the end, but Whitfield tucks up, turns his man, looks to work him back. And there's the bell. Great little fight. 4, possibly all 5s to Whitfield. Definitely 4 on my scorecard. Possibly a shutout, depending how you see round 4. Yeah, he's back, and it was a good performance from Lee Whitfield.